Anyway,
Yeah.
hey,
Hello.
we're having technical difficulties in the background here, so
Yeah, sometimes it's just, yeah, that's the thing with technology, right?
yeah, exactly, exactly. So anyway, welcome to our live go live our live event here on Tuesday, April 14th or 14th 11th. Hello, don't even know what day it is.
Tuesday.
So today we're talking about intermittent fasting and what it is, what the benefits are, and then we have a special kind of announcement at the end about a challenge and people's results, and getting into the next go round, which happens in a couple weeks. So I'll save that for the end, so stick around. So for those of you who don't know, my name's Cheryl. I've been in the fitness industry for over 20 years. I'm on a health and wellness journey, and one of the things that I have tried, and I know Sandy's doing it right now, is fasting. So we're going to talk about that today, and let you introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. I just want to say thank you for being with us. And, you could be anywhere, and you chose to be with us. So, whether you're watching it live or the recording, just want to say thanks for being here and hope you find our information valuable. I have been in the health and wellness for well over 10 years. And yeah, and fasting has been new to me. So we're going to discuss fasting and what are the benefits and, what is it? And, there's so much different information out there. So yeah, so welcome and yeah, so let's have fun.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
So, okay, so I'm going to do a slide presentation. They're just talking points for us to kind of keep us on track. So, and I like to do a little funny. And let's see. So the first thing I did is, what if I told you intermittent fasting was really intermittent eating, which it is.
Exactly right. It's
Yeah,
true.
exactly. Exactly. Um, so we'll go to the next one. So if you've never heard of intermittent fasting, there's different types, in which I'll go to near the end. But I'm going to go for we're going to go through the benefits first. So basically, it's an eating pattern that involves alternate periods of fasting and non-fasting. I was listening to a doctor he's a kidney specialist, and he was talking about intermittent fasting, and how in the good old days, it was kind of a natural way that we all ate, even when I was younger. Because we kind of have we had set hours. We had breakfast, we had lunch, we had dinner, and that was it. But now we're so active and out there, and going for late dinners, and like a lot of different things are happening, that we're eating in longer periods of time than we actually are really used to. So yeah, I found that kind of hit the nail on the head when you kind of think about it. I'm not a spring chicken, even though
You look at
yeah, I'm not going to say it, but whatever. but and so yeah, so I remember, like, um, you know, nothing was open past 9 o'clock, and so and weekends were the only times you could technically go out, Saturday or Friday and Saturday. So there was less chances of you eating. Yeah. So benefits: weight loss. So um, when and you can jump in here. I'm just going to kind of, oh, what did I do? I'm just going to kind of explain uh, kind of what happens, like why weight loss, and then you can maybe jump in if I miss anything. So when you start fasting, your hormone levels kind of change, and it makes the fat more accessible to be used to burn, as opposed to sugar, glucose, all that sort of stuff that's in your muscles. So because your insulin levels drop, it causes more fat burning. We talked about burning, so we in previous episodes, so we know it's not actually burning, but releasing the fat. Also, your HGH levels may increase as well, which as well will help with the fat burning process. And yeah, so the benefits of intermittent fasting are weight loss. Yeah, so basically when you fast, your body uses stored fat as an energy source. So, and that's kind of the reasons why it's the insulin levels go down, and the HGH may increase. It depends, but it may increase, which in turn helps with the burning of the fat. Yeah.
That's interesting because when you talk about fasting, you don't know really what's going on in your body, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're so used to always eating and eating and eating, right? And sometimes the thought of fasting is like, no, I need that food.
Right.
Right. So yeah, that's
But
great.
sometimes it just becomes a habit too, right?
Oh yeah.
Where we're more social. Like I feel that we're more social now, and one of the things that people do socially is they go out to eat, or for beverages, adult beverages. And for some of us we can do that in the afternoon, but some of us like to do it later in the evening. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, anyway. We'll move on. Yeah, it's definitely a social aspect for sure. All right. This is kind of what I said. I guess I just jumped ahead. So improves insulin sensitivity, and so it basically regulates your blood sugar levels. Yeah, I mean, I kind of just touched on that in the last one. I forgot what my second slide was. But then it all kind of goes together, right? Because one thing kind of affects the other.
Right.
Now, I know that you've been doing fasting. Now, just as a side, just to kind of tell people who are like scared of like fasting because they think they're going to be starving. Did you start this like gradually? Did you like cut back gradually, shorten the window?
Yeah. We I guess we were started in at about because we started on a Tuesday, so we didn't fast on the Thursday, but we fasted on the following week, and we fast
Mm-hmm.
twice. Well, it depends what you talk about
Right,
fasting. We have a
right.
fast day, and
Yeah,
then we have fasting. So we did
yeah.
fasting right away, which was like a 7 hour window where you eat,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah,
And so before that and after that, you drink lots of water, and when you do eat, you're eating lots of protein, vegetables,
right.
and really healthy choices, right?
Yeah.
And I think what I was kind of skeptical. I'll tell you the truth. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know. This sounds like but it's been quite an amazing journey, and really learning about. And I think what happens is you really learn about your body
Mm-hmm.
and what it needs and what it doesn't need, and and not needing that food,
Right,
and when you eat really healthy choices. So we have that seven hour window where we start,
right,
and then it's after 7 at night. We
right,
don't have anything from seven,
right.
and then we eat. Yeah.
Okay.
So
And
yeah.
we'll go over like one of the later slides, like the different
Oh,
types of fasting.
oh yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, no, which is totally fine, because then people are like, okay, well, how long do you have to fast for? Like
Mhm.
sometimes people don't realize there's different windows and different types.
Right.
So we'll go through that. Um, this was an interesting one. So reducing inflammation. And this can be this, like what you had said, how your body, you notice things with your body. Um, yeah. So inflammation is is normal. We talked about this in a previous episode, because it fights off infection. But when you have chronic inflammation, then you can have a whole bunch of like health problems. So by giving your body a break, it helps it to heal. So what's the thing? So it initiates cellular repair process, which basically removes waste from the cells, and reduces inflammation and stuff like that. So it's good to fast. Now, I had put out a post on my personal page, just finding out what people were doing to lose weight. And one of my previous students was talking about the fasting, and she's maintained a great balanced weight. She has her nights out with her girls and all that stuff, but she uses it to her advantage. So it's good. It's good to incorporate into your lifestyle for sure. And then kind of a roundabout one, right? Longevity. Try to say that word. So extends your lifespan and reduces the risk of age-related diseases. Again, that's because of the cellular repair. It's getting rid of that waste, right? So you can live a long and healthy life, right? You want to have more life left in your older age, right? Like living life. Yeah, exactly. So one of the things that I found as well is that, and you can probably attest to this, is when you start doing the intermittent fasting, and again, we'll go through the different types, you'll tend to lose that in your belly area, the visceral fat. And yes, right. And isn't that what we're all looking for? It doesn't matter if you're men or women. That's kind of where you you want to lose it. And kind of another little thing here is, well, actually, I'll just go to the next slide because it's going to explain it all. All right, so here's all the different types of fasting. See how happy these women are? They're like, yay!
No kidding.
So yeah, so the different types. Now there's time restricted fasting. So basically you limit your window, and there's is it 8-hour or 10-hour window that this program is
Let's see.
I know it's right.
I think it's
There's like a 16-4. There's a so there's 4 hours eating, 16 hours you don't.
Let's say, so from 12 to 7 you can eat.
So you have an 8-hour window, which is kind of a standard, is the 8-hour window you can eat, and then the rest that you don't. Right. That's right. Yeah.
We did. Yeah, I think we have a 7-hour window versus 8. Anyway,
okay, so, yeah.
But and then
which I mean, some people even go smaller, but if you start with a larger time, you can always go down, especially if you are not hungry. All right. You could definitely go down in your time. Now, we've all done that where we just don't feel hungry and we don't eat. So then you just keep fasting.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had the twice a week. We have the 500 calorie for twice a week for 2 days of the week. Right. No, like we do it on a Monday and a Thursday.
Right.
So and and it's when you eat, it's really healthy stuff. Like I use shakes and stuff like that. But but protein and we always eat our protein first.
Mm-hmm.
Eat, and then we add our veggies or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's a tip.
Yeah.
There's lots of stuff I've learned that I didn't know anything about because this is the first time I've ever done this. Right.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So that's 5. It's called 5-2 fasting, and basically it just says like for 5 days of the week you eat one way, which could be your intermittent fasting, and then two, your caloric intake is lower, at 500 to 600 calories, and they're non-consecutive days. Yeah. And then, so that's two of them. The other one is alternate day fasting. So every other day, you're consuming a small amount of food, and then eating normally on non-fasting days.
Right.
Yeah. So this kind of the second one here, alternate day fasting, is more, and this is my opinion, is more conducive if you are working out, right? You're working out at the gym or anything like that, is to have those calorie, like the deficit days, the days that you're not, and the ones that you are working out, like muscle wise, to have the higher calorie days. Right. So that's when I would do, because if you're trying to fast and do too much, you can just be super tired.
Oh yeah,
yeah, yeah. And it does take a bit to get used to. But I'd say after like 3-4 days, your body's like, okay, we're doing this, and you're not going to be like, oh, I want to have this, I want to have that, that sort of thing. Yeah. And then the fourth one is the warrior diet. So this is where you only have small amounts of fruits and vegetables during the day and having one larger meal at night. Obviously in balance. It's not that popular, but some people like that one. And the last one is spontaneous meal skipping. This involves skipping meals spontaneously when you're not hungry or have no access to food. And this is a kind of a good rule of thumb anyway. If you are not hungry, don't make yourself eat. Your body knows,
Exactly.
Right? Like how many times have we've just, oh, that looks good, I'm going to eat that, even though we're not hungry. Or just, like, so if you're not hungry, don't eat, sort of thing. So,
and I think that was one of the things I was really surprised by is not being hungry. It's like thinking, wow, we thought, oh, I'm going to be starving, and it's funny. It was, so there's a lot of things that I became aware of that I didn't know before, as far as, like like you said, the first 3 or 4 days, it takes a while for your for your body to adjust, and yourself, and then you get in and then once you're into the routine, because that's what it is, and it's healthy eating. So when we keep the foods that we eat, we keep our glycemic level like stable. It's not anything that's going to spike and go down, spike and go down. It's all those kind of foods, right? And there's a lot of variety of foods, healthy foods that you can eat. So it's not like you're just eating,
right,
salad and nothing else.
right. No, exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and like, I mean, I did some research on some studies on intermittent fasting, and they have shown like a really good percentage of your body weight to body weight to lose. It's pretty successful by doing intermittent fasting. So, I mean, that's good news.
Yes. Yes. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just, for like I felt like for the first few days, I just didn't like have that. I didn't feel that I had that much energy, as my body was adjusting.
Yeah.
And then it was like more energy and more energy and more, and just feel,
Yeah.
you just feel really good.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. Yeah. So, adding intermittent fasting or fasting into your days definitely has benefit. And that's kind of what we wanted to kind of bring to your attention. If you're not sure how to do it, there's lots of information on it. You're welcome to ask. We do have a challenge coming up that involves intermittent fasting and the 5-2, so 5 days, doing the intermittent and then 2 days calorie kind of restriction. and it's 28 days, and we'll go, and I'll just let Sandy tell you more, but 28 days, and it's basically to kind of get you ready for summer, right? Because we want to be wearing
Yeah.
the bikini by the pool somewhere, or maybe the beach. I don't know.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Bring out those white legs, ladies
Yeah.
and
Well,
gentlemen.
yeah. Well, the feeling I had when because um, I didn't realize I was wearing like stretchy pants most of the winter, right? I got into some bad habits, I'll admit. So then when I went to put on my spring pants, it was like, oh, this isn't happening. Like it came to my where my hips start, and it
Yeah,
was like, and that's as far, and I'm going, oh my gosh, I got to do something. So the timing was incredible because we had started our 28 day,
yeah,
and of course my jeans too were like screaming, like what are you doing to me? And you put them on. I could sort of put them on, but they were like it was not comfortable and it was tight. So, and now it's like this is the third week.
yeah,
I'm into my jeans and
hmm
I'm into my summer pants,
yeah,
and
yeah,
um, collectively as a group, we lost like in week two was a total of there was 41 of us, and we lost 329 point something pounds
yeah,
in 2 weeks. So, and that's not in counting the inches. I myself, so far I've lost 9 pounds, but my window isn't as big, right?
right,
Like, I didn't have a lot to lose, but I wanted to lose inches, and total inches I lost 20
yeah.
so far,
That's awesome. Yeah,
and like you said, all in the spots
yeah,
where the hips, the butt, the thighs, the
yeah,
belly, the waist. It
yep,
was just incredible, and feeling really good. And um, we get together. It's a group of us, and we're starting a challenge again on the 24th of April. And so what we do is we have groups, and then we all support each other. We put recipes on there. We just it's just such a great community. Everybody just really helps each other a lot, and yeah, and we cheer each other on, and
yep,
if some people go up point two or point, we you got this, you got this, and I think part of the there's also reminders like when to do this, when to do that, and I think that's really important because I find sometimes I hear, oh, I forgot, oh, I forgot, oh, I forgot. So we're in a group, and then there's reminders. Oh, this is drink so much water. Do this. So
hmm
it reminds you, right? And I think that's really another part of the huge success that we're having is
yeah.
being a community, reminding each other, helping each other, and it's been really eye opener, and yeah, everybody's doing really well. We're all really excited.
Yeah.
We got one more week, and yeah,
No, it's so I personally have not been doing this one. I'm super crazy at work, and I just knew that it would be too much for me to put on my plate. so so um but I've done fasting before, so I know the benefits of it, and I've been there kind of peeking in and watching everybody do everything,
yeah, yeah,
and going, damn, I wish I wasn't. I wish I would have joined, but that's what April 24th is for.
yeah, yeah,
So and it's there's a cost to join, but there are prizes. It's product based because we want you to have the best outcome possible,
mm,
and it's honestly you're worth it for 28 days. Like
yeah,
they're like your health, your feeling. I mean, it's you can't really put a price on how you're going to feel and how you're going to look and what it's going to mean,
mm,
especially if you've felt like you've tried everything. The support is there, like I said, the products, uh, prizes are always good.
yeah,
But it's only 28 days. You can give yourself 28 days.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, and I mean, it's for you. It's, yeah,
Yeah.
it's something for you do for yourself. It's basically self care for you. Get ready for summer. Start some good habits. Meet some like minded people, and really, make it count.
Yeah. And we have a lot of fun too. Like we'll post jokes and
Yeah, yeah,
we post recipes and
yeah.
yeah. So we help coach you, mentor you. So it's 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 a lot more fun when you're in a group, is my
Hmm.
opinion, because you're all cheering each other to get the same goal, right?
Right,
So and it's 28 days, right? And yeah, and you know how fast a month goes.
right. And what the thing is that I always kind of preach is accountability, right?
Yes.
So like, it's huge on that. So you can, I mean, if you want to be invisible, this probably is not. if not, if you want to do something on your own, this is probably not where you want to be, because you are accountable. Like,
Right.
you have to check in. Like, it is not like, oh, I'm just going to do it by myself and tootle off. No, like, you have to check in and say what your progress is. Some people are taking photos, so you want to make sure that you're keeping on your plan.
Yeah.
So
And
no
accountability.
jumping off the bandwagon once you're on it. Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, and there's, like I said, we all support each other. We're all human, So if someone goes up a pound and down, we all share, and
Yeah.
we just support each other because we've all been through it, and we
Yep.
know what it's like, right?
Yep.
So it's a lot of fun, and I hope you guys will join us, and let us know, so you can just pay the 25, and then you pick something, product to help, because we want you to have the best benefits and the best health too in those
Mhm.
28 days.
Yeah.
And yeah, I like I said, I was really surprised because I wasn't. I always thought intermittent fasting and stuff like this, like, and wow, what
Yeah.
an eye opener.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah. So yeah. So anyway, thanks for joining us today.
Mhm. Yes.
Oh, that was scary. Like right in there, like right in everybody's face.
Right in your face. Join us. Like I say, we have lots of fun.
But yeah, thanks for joining us today, and letting us explain intermittent
Yeah.
fasting.
And
Um,
message, yeah,
yeah,
and message Cheryl or myself for if you want more information. And like I say, it's starting in a couple of weeks, so it's best to get in when as soon as possible, so we
yeah,
can plan everything for you and stuff like that, right? And get you all
yeah.
prepared for.
Depending on where you live, I would say like the latest, maybe next Friday might be pushing it. Maybe,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe this
Ooh.
Friday, maybe by Wednesday. So
Yeah.
Wednesday the latest, I think, for me, because I live in a city.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
more rural, so maybe before that.
Yeah.
But
It takes a bit longer here, so I would, yeah, for sure, right?
like
But
Friday would be good if you
yeah,
are interested. If
yeah,
But you know what? If you miss out on this one and you're watching this replay at some other point in time, reach out, because I'm sure there'll be more that are happening.
right.
Um, and um, and yeah, well, I mean, we're here to help. So we can say challenge in the comments, and we'll get back to you. Or
Yeah,
if you want more intermittent fasting, you can just say fasting, and we'll chat with you about that too.
yeah, sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah,
Yeah, it's been a great experience for me, and for all of us that's doing this program, right?
exactly.
So, and we're all having success, and we got one more week to go. And I mean, and who knows, like the prize for this one is $1,000.
Yeah,
So first prize. So then there's a second and third prize, and it depends how many people join, and that's with 40 people. So 41. So it depends how many people join,
yeah.
and which makes up the prizes. But you're having fun. You're losing weight. You're putting on your summer clothes. You're eating healthy, feeling healthy, in and it's 28 days. So
Exactly.
yeah.
All right. Well, we'll hope to see you there. And again, reach out for more info.
Yeah. Thanks, Cheryl.
All right. We'll see you.
See you.
Bye.